Start.
We're
All
live.
right. Yay.
I need to finish
Let me see.
this.
You've been struggling with it, but you're getting the momentum back.
I'm getting it back. I need to finish it, otherwise Monkiness will have my
Yeah.
will have me as his trophy above his fireplace.
Oh. I'm getting to listen to the music again like last time.
Yeah, that was really fun to set up.
Yeah. Again, it's like I said last time that the screen share on Discord has done a lot for making streams a lot better when you have multiple people on. It used to be such a big hassle because back in the day, I'm talking like 2010 or 11, people would stream. If this was back when people were doing Let's Plays, they'd stream it on Twitch, and then you would have to go and watch it over it. You'd have the delay, like it was like a 5 or 6 second delay at the time. So like commenting on anything as it was happening was impossible.
Oh yeah. I remember back when we were like teenagers, we'd have to, when we start a video, when we watch like YouTube together, we'd have to like time it together, like three,
Time it
two, one.
together, yeah. Yeah, that's why back in the day, pre-recorded, like just recording the footage first and then doing that was so much better for like Let's Plays. All the good guys were doing that. If they weren't recording physically in the same space. Like if you were in 2010, like there wasn't Game Grumps or anything like that. There was like Tipping 40s, and that was the closest thing. And
I've
those
never
guys
even
were
heard of
still.
that shit. That's some unk shit.
Oh, it's not just unk shit. It's something awful stuff. It's very much like of that time.
It predates me. I'm too zoomer.
Yeah. Well, it's not a date thing. It's being caring about Let's Plays on the internet, wanting high quality ones from especially like talented nerds.
You were telling me something awful had like quality control for their Let's Plays. Like it had to be up to a certain standard or something like that.
Yes, it was to a complete standard. It's because you would have to make the OP and share it in like a prototype thread, basically, for like, hey, I'm wanting to Let's Play this game, so here's my OP and here's my idea, and you'd have to basically have the first like recorded episode of it already done, so that you could get feedback from the goon. They took this very, very seriously. You had to like actually make sure that your thread was entertaining, that you didn't sound like a complete fucking idiot when you were recording, that like the quality, like the audio quality was actually listenable. Because at the time it was not for most people. Most people were using $5 Radio Shack mics that like, now we have like Crisp and we have all these AI things that like clean up even the worst microphones to make them sound somewhat pretty good. But it was really bad. Everything was so noisy. Nobody like auto ducked the audio for the game or anything like that.
Thank you, Unc Melo, for your history lesson.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta open the tea. Gotta make
it'd be
funny.
No, but it'd be funny if you saw some of the Let's Plays on it, because like they are mind-numbingly boring. Like a lot of the things on the LP archive are very boring, because like they didn't like people trying to be funny unless they were actually funny. But the thing about it is that
you can't get good at being funny if you don't try.
Well, you have to try, but also not just that. Like, what was funny to Something Awful was like freelance astronauts and guys like that. Basically, dudes doing Mystery Science Theater 3000 nerd
Oh no,
humor.
the worst guys.
Like the worst kind of stuff. So like it was not it was advantageous to just be informative and like just be informative and put as little of your personality in there as possible, so that the people, the scary Something Awful people, won't bully you. This changed a lot. There was like a Danganronpa thread. It was like for a Let's Play on that, and it brought in a whole bunch of Tumblr people that normally never use Something Awful. They like bought accounts to participate in this thread, and it like critted the entire culture, like the Let's Play culture on that. It was completely different after it.
Unfortunately,
it became very twee. Yeah.
Did they say hella and heckin?
It's like that crowd.
Actually, no, I know exactly how they write. They do stupid similes.
You gotta remember, it's like Danganronpa fans and like, so it's that Tumblr humor. It's not quite like the.
Yeah. People get this wrong. They think that Tumblr was a monolith, but there were many subcultures.
There really were. It was like every type of white girl was on this shit.
It truly was. Every flavor of white girl you could ever hope to find.
Yeah, like some of them were pretty dry. There's an appeal to that though, like a video version of a GameFAQs walkthrough. There were a couple where it was done really, really well, especially if it was like. I used to put on old Something Awful Let's Plays to like fall asleep because everything was so like just like a bunch of information on it, and it was very. I'd put Let's Plays on of games I didn't even know, like Alone in the Dark, because the guys would have like whole history lessons and have all this production value for it and everything. It was really high effort for something you were not ever supposed to monetize ever. It's tough to use these references sometimes because like you have to account for like the fact that like Yarsh just puts the eyes very far apart, but that's not the actual. That's just a stylistic thing on her end. You don't necessarily have to follow.
No, I'm doing my own thing with this.
It makes it a lot easier. You can just focus on, oh, how's his hair kind of supposed to? He's got that kind of hairstyle. Oh, he's got glasses. Okay. Hey, what's up, Nudes and O'Barney? I see both of you.
I'm just doing my own thing with this.
I will say there's something kind of refreshing about the way, if you go back and watch some of those things I bet nowadays, because there's so little emphasis on the personality of the guy doing it, that it's like, damn, that's kind of nice, because especially now, everything is about being a character and being all, basically having this whole brand for yourself so that you can make a career out of being a YouTuber or a Twitch person, which was just, it wasn't just a thing where that wasn't something people were thinking about. It's like, if you were even thinking of putting a PayPal or something on there, you got made fun of very harshly. People said, what the fuck is you think you're going to make money playing video games? That's embarrassing.
Bro, you're making money playing video games on the internet?
Yeah, it's like, you are so delusional and mentally ill and like ridiculous. They had no idea,
That's everyone's job now.
It's another thing, like, just Something Awful had so out of touch, had no fucking idea how much these things would take off. I mean, there was a whole hate campaign they ran against PewDiePie. They couldn't stand this dude making so much money off of Let's Plays. And they tried to act like they didn't like him because of his humor, or they didn't like him because, he didn't even do anything racist at the time. There was nothing like that. It wasn't even like edgy humor. He was just doing like, screaming at the camera when the scary Slender Man showed up for the teenage girls. And they were acting like this was fucking 9/11 or the Holocaust, like the worst thing. This is ruining the art of Let's Plays.
Melo, can you please not mention these things 10 minutes into the stream? I don't want to get demonetized, thanks.
Right, I keep forgetting.
No, I'm just Jay.
Yeah.
It's just funny, too. Yeah.
But this was, I think you can still watch it. I remember Slow Beef made the video way back. I think he's the one that uploaded it. It was like, adults react to PewDiePie. That was what it was. And it's like, nobody knew. These guys all thought they were superior to this guy. They had no...
These nerds thought these
nerds thought they were doing all the, that like this guy, oh, he doesn't know. He's just, but he didn't care about what Something Awful thought. So he made millions of dollars, which is what
and now he gets to live in Japan.
Yeah, when you don't care about what fucking Something Awful humans say or think. These guys say, you're playing 2010, you're playing Bitcoin? Dude, it's like fake money. That's so stupid. Nobody will ever pay for... How much is Bitcoin at right now? It's at 70,000. It's at like almost $80,000. This is when it was like a penny or 2 pennies per Bitcoin. It was like so little. I don't think a penny, but it was like $1. it was so little to get Bitcoin in 2010.
Imagine if you bought. That'd be crazy.
Oh, I mean, there's people that did. The people that bought Bitcoin in 2010 are like they're like they're not billionaire level, but they're at least very comfortable. They'll never have to work. you will never have to work a day in your life if you bought Bitcoin in 2010.
I remember my brother had some Bitcoin, but he, of course, obviously, like, he was like, this isn't going anywhere, I'm just gonna sell it off, and obviously it's like, fuck!
The people that really did well were the people that looked at, because Bitcoin came out at the perfect time right after the economic crash, and people were kind of not comfortable with, like, they were thinking maybe the US dollar is gonna like crash, you know, because every dollar is kind of based off the US dollar and this promise that, like, oh, the United States is a successful country, and as long as it continues to be a successful country that makes money, we can trust that their money is worth what they say it is. It's all just every country is just buying into America.
It's just trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro. We're a good economy. We'll keep growing forever, sort of thing. So the 2009 crash made people very scared and very concerned, and Bitcoin was a huge thing for guys like that also believed in, like, oh, it's decentralized. It's not, which it isn't really. It's not a true decentralized thing, but you know, it's still. A lot of people were excited about it, and the people that are like, I'm never selling it, I think it's better than fiat, those guys were insane people, but now they're multimillionaires. Goons are always on the wrong side of the economic history, especially pre-recession, post. Yeah, exactly.
My brother was gonna buy Bitcoin, but was persuaded not
to. But it's so funny because it's like they're making fun of this shit so hard, but it was so painless to buy a couple, you know, dollars at the time worth of Bitcoin. But they were still like, if you had, it's because it was just peer pressure. If you had any Bitcoin, you were mocked so severely. And so the people that were like, I don't want to be uncool in front of my something awful internet friends, are now poor.
This is why you should never listen to your internet friends.
Would you like to commission for one monkey nest dollar? Yeah, exactly, Tom. Now, well, it eventually got ridiculous because the success of Bitcoin made everybody go, well, we'll build our own currency, and this has this feature, and this one has that feature. You know, blockchain was a huge thing on cryptocurrencies for the longest time. It kind of became its own bubble after a bit, which most things do, especially if it's something new and exciting. It always becomes kind of a bubble. I mean, that's what the AI stuff is right now. I'm supposed to be doing some AI class, like not necessarily classes, but like training sessions for work, where especially is all the stuff with agents, which worries. I mean, I'm not being to be a damper, but it is. Don't worry, guys. Believe in Doge. Yeah, Doge any day now. It's gonna become huge.
Oh I remember when my mom bought some Doge, and she was like,
yes.
Oh, I love them. When I hear about my doggy coin, it's like I think of little puppies.
Yes, I do like I do like that it's doggy coin. Oh yeah, I was saying that the AI agent stuff worries me because it's a thing of like, at some point, there's going to be too many. It feels like a race to just get, like, you want to have supremacy of all the technology that you can get, because there's an issue of like agents, you can make as many as the technology allows you, like whatever your hardware allows, and the only way to fight against them seems to be to make counter agents. So you have to essentially, like, I think that's why the US and China are putting all of their money into building these data centers as quickly as possible, because they have to have this thing of like, we need the I guess, technological supremacy over the AI agents, so that we don't just get totally swarmed by by the agents in terms of like banking, because hacking is like, apparently this stuff is completely changing the hacking world from what I'm hearing about, and it's like it's actually like Cyberpunk 2020. You even have like rogue AI agents going and causing trouble.
And everyone's getting really weird surgeries and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Surprise arcade stream. Hey, what's up, Wall?
I don't think we talked about this on stream. The Chinese surgeries.
Yeah. You've shown me. You get videos on this about the Chinese surgeries.
Yeah, they're so weird. I was telling Rhodes hated me talking about it because I was comparing it to Anne of Green Gables.
Oh yes, because we were watching that with him in the old anime. Her old head. I mean, it's just the way they drew her for the show. But she has
a 5 head.
It's not necessarily that she has a 5 head. She has like an enlarged, thick forehead that sticks out extra. Like if I get the image here,
I'm getting the image.
You could even put it on the screen. But like, it's not necessarily that it's like a tall head. She has a wide. Yeah, look at it goes very. Which is just, they're trying to have like the brow ridge sort of thing, but it's just extremely exaggerated on her.
Let me make it
but
bigger.
That's what the Chinese are getting now.
So
they're
the Chinese like this kind of forehead because it looks more youthful and childlike.
Youthful and childlike, yeah. It needs to protrude further than the cheeks and go all the way down and all of the light bulb head. Exactly. And so what they're saying, well, not what they're saying, what they're doing is they're getting fillers injected into their forehead and they leave like they leave dents. It's the worst. It looks awful. They all look terrible. Let me see if I can get this.
Well, there's like several things. Let me see. Let's see if I can get it.
I mean, I know because people get this a little bit for like they want to get rid of their wrinkles. Like the wrinkles at the top of on the forehead. I don't really understand that. I think just
so they're getting it, and it's looking like this. See, here's a thumbnail. It's perfect because you have the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble.
It collects, and it has the bubble, and it's like a bump. But I need to get it what it looks like when it like has a little like a dip. Because
shrink wrapped hot dog, yeah.
I'll put it on the drawing while I'm looking, so you're not staring at it.
Bro has a wrist rest on his head.
Let me see. Where's the one where it's like you get like the dip on it?
I gotta see if I can find it.
Dent. Let me put that as a keyword. Here we go.
Dent.
I found it. Yeah, so this celebrity, she was on like a TV show thing. So obviously they have like different angles and lighting. And you can see here, it's red, so you can really see it. There's a dent in her forehead.
Yeah, there's not supposed to be a dent there.
Because of the filler, it makes it all fucked up.
Surgery really do return us to looking like Neanderthal. I don't... not Japanese. The Chinese have the weirdest, like, beauty standards. It's very bizarre.
So this is like a normal lady. I'm gonna draw a normal lady.
Yeah.
This is a normal lady in China. Just normal. Yeah. But you see, the beauty standard is you have to have a really big bulbous forehead, and you have to have the double eyelid, and you have to have every
agent. Once you start noticing this in anime, that they always put that double eyelid in there, like that second eyelid thing, you never unsee it. It's like they are obsessed with this fucking feature.
So then they have the bubble. They have the bubble forehead because they have to get the big thing. We'll pretend her surgery went well, and then they have they have the thin little nose.
Tiny,
And then they And then they have the little lips.
The tiniest.
Oh no! They're getting surgery, so they have the permanent kitty mouth, and they're always smiling.
Do they? They're getting surgery for that. They're just getting over the stupidest shit now.
And then also they have the Douyin filter, so you need to make the eyes even bigger.
Yeah, the Douyin filter. I love the liquefy. Yeah.
and then it's like, wow, this is the new Chinese beauty standard.
The
Wow.
new. Wow. If you ever see there's this one video of this woman that has the Douyin filter on her, and she's got a monkey. She's just got a monkey with her, and the monkey keeps looking at the phone and getting all fucking scared because it doesn't look like its owner, and like hits it. Like,
Yeah, it's the phone. It's like, what is that? What? It's not here.
or no, he doesn't hit it. He just keeps looking back and forth. I think.
Yeah, I think because he thinks it's like a mirror, so he's like
Yeah.
confused. It's like, what? He doesn't know what it is. Yeah, this is what the Chinese beauty standards are like.
Yeah, I found it. I found it. I can get it for you. Yeah,
If you ever get a phone from Asia, they all have the filters pre-applied. So if you look at them, you just look like this.
Yeah, if you get your Huawei phone that explodes in your pocket, before it does that, you can pull it out and. Actually, I don't know if they explode in the. That's not probably the correct slander. Their EVs are always blowing up, but I know that
EVs definitely blow up.
Yeah, the EVs are fucked, but I think the Huawei's do work. I think their whole thing is they use stolen software.
No, they have to work so that they can keep spying on you. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Excuse me.
I actually have messed with those Asian filters because I have line camera on my phone, and
That's
it has
right, the Japanese
and
ones.
one of the options is like the beautify filter, and it does
Yeah.
that on your eyes. You can make them bigger and make your nose smaller, and you can add the double eyelid and everything.
I like to say what you say, Huawei. Melo, how am I supposed to say it? It is Huawei, isn't it?
It is.
All right. Maybe I just say it with an extra. I say it like white. Makes a balloon squeak sound. All they're chromed up.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not doing surgeries like that. I mean, if we're in the evil cyberpunk future, we might as well, right?
Yeah, we should be getting all of these features. There's some really ridiculous. It's very odd when you get into like a certain tax bracket. Things get kind of scary because plastic surgery becomes like super normalized.
Oh,
and,
dude! My high school when I was in Peru, all the moms looked exactly the same because they had the same surgeon.
They all went to the same person, and they're all like peer pressuring each other.
It's the worst case of same face syndrome ever.
Yeah, and it's always like a weird kind of creepy ducky. Like they look like ducks, kind of. I don't like the way that
it's uncanny.
that the plastic surgeons do shit. My mom's always gotten a whole bunch of work done on her, and I do not. I really wish that she would just not do that.
I think less is more with the shading.
Yeah. Don't overthink it too much.
I think I've been overthinking it.
You have.
Just smack me if I overthink it again.
No, you're good. This looks fine. Perfectly good as is.
Yeah, just hit me with the paper fan.
Paper fan. You only need I always like the one thing in the Bridgman book where he's like, you don't need more than like, I think he said like 3 layers of shading. You need like your initial color, a shade, and a deep shade, and you do not need more than that. If you're needing to use more than that, like you don't know how you're not doing things right.
You need
more. Yeah. Not he doesn't count highlights because he doesn't really do highlights, but remember to save.
Oh my god, you used to be so autistic about that on me because I've lost several canvases.
You've lost several canvases, so I had to always make sure to tell you to save every 10 minutes or 20 minutes. The whole thing about detail only really present in the midtones really changes how I render stuff. Well, because if you add too many, I'm not an expert on rendering by any means, but I know that if you start putting too much detail into things, it starts to look very like kind of like grotesque almost, and just too like busy.
I gotta finish this. If I finish this, we can get to the Deltarune streams this week.
Yeah, yeah.
If not, we have to wait a whole nother month.
What book is this?
No book. I'm doing things for Monkeyness.
Yeah, this is just for an illustration for the Choose Your Own Adventure like Mother 1 adaptation that was made in Japan.
Did I not put that on a different layer?
It's over.
Fuck! I did not. It's over.
Sorry, I meant the art book Melo was talking about it. Oh, I'm talking about it's Bridgman? What's the actual whole thing called? I think it's called The Complete Guide to Drawing. It's called Bridgman's Drawing from Life. That's what it's called. Yeah, The Complete Guide to Drawing from Life. It's a really, really interesting book. He's an old painter from like the 1800s that was primarily doing like he was kind of in like the neoclassicist schools and doing things like that. So very like dramatic, kind of big storytelling paintings and illustrations back in the day. His book, the way he draws people in that guidebook is really interesting because he draws these like super sturdy figures. The women also, they're also very sturdy and they're very like grounded. He loves to put them in those sort of like he really focuses a lot on the weight.
He's focused on their weight. Is he an architect?
Is he an architect? No, just the sturdiness of the figure, not necessarily their girth.
I don't know if I'll keep red shoes, but
I kind of like them, though it complements the hat a little bit.
I was thinking that.
I turn the stream up, but the song's just fading in, that's all. It's not quiet. Have we ever seen Sonic without shoes? They've never done that, thank God. They've always been very good about...
No, but there's a lot of fan content that can help fulfill that need.
I remember there was this one bit in the
Actually, you can find a canon depiction if you just look up Sonic feet on Google with safe search off.
It was I don't think safe search is gonna save you.
No, no, this is a misdirection. I want them not to be saved.
I remember in Cybershell's video he did on on Sonic 1, the movie, he was saying that they get dangerously close to showing his feet, and he seems so distressed about it that it was like a big problem with the film. We've seen Mario's nipples. That was kind of crazy. I didn't think that screenshot was real at first. Is Mario Titans real, by the way, guys? Like, I'll just believe whatever you say. So just, if you say yes, I'll go 100% it's happening. But I've seen screenshots, and I'm not sure if they're bullshit or not. Because they have Waluigi in the game, and I just don't think that with the Mario mandate that would ever be allowed. I choose to believe it is. It's not.
It's real though.
It'd be really funny if it was.
This is like when the Minecraft and Smash reveal happened and you didn't believe me.
Oh yeah, no, I was watching that.
I showed you the trailer and you were just standing there.
It was really early in the morning and I thought, this is really well done. I thought this is
a really well done fan edit.
Yeah, but then it was actually real. That was insane. Link doesn't get to have nipples. Yeah, that is interesting.
Do you think they'll let him have in the movie? Or will they shave him off?
I don't think they're gonna have a shirtless Link scene. I don't think they're doing that kind of
Melo,
movie.
they have to. Think of all the women. They have to for the ticket sales, you know? When women see an attractive guy with a shirt off, they're gonna get like 8 times more ticket sales.
Is it, a sex scene in the Zelda movie, would that be an unnecessary sex scene or a necessary one, guys?
I will allow it, as Pharma says.
I'll allow it. We see my boy Tingle. Doesn't Miyamoto love Tingle? I don't know if he's fallen out of love with him. Because I don't know how much Miyamoto's involved with this new Zelda movie.
What if Tingle shows up in the post-credits scene?
Yes. Oh god, people are ridiculous about this Mario Titan shit. They have made They've made like whole wiki pages, like making Wikipedia stuff describing this game that isn't real.
Hey Frostanaut, good afternoon. Hope I didn't miss anything. No, we started 30
minutes ago.
I guess there were some funny mentions earlier. But there's nothing that important.
No, we're hanging out.
We didn't show the entirety of the toy review yet.
We're just trying to... Arcade's just trying to get through this illustration.
I'm trying
Mario Titan's Iceberg. There's a couple of things... Like, I remember there was one wiki I saw that had, like, Shadow the Hedgehog 2 on it. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, I found it. The Sonic Fanon Wiki for Shadow the Hedgehog 2 Southern Stakes. You go to North and South Carolina, you go to Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. Texas and Oklahoma. Oh my God, there's so many bugs in here. Uh, Millard, Louisiana and Arkansas. There's also numerous cities, big and small, within them. You basically just go to every city in all of these states. Like whenever they make these, they have the scope be so big for these games. John Goodman is a voice actor in this, of a senator. We're hyping Mario Titans up when it's real. You know why? Because normally I don't really have bugs flying around in my room, but I think it's because I have bananas. I know bugs like bananas, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I think
It's the worst part of summer, man.
maybe, yeah, my fucking office is fucking hot, and I had the hot... it's right next to the kitchen, I had the hot stove running, it's fucking hot! I'm sorry, I'm not myself when it's hot. I need to chill out.
Excellent tunes, by the way. Yeah, we got Hotel Dusk on now. We switched over to this.
Yeah, everyone please thank Melo for setting up my music.
I found out I got the KH Insider. I don't know why it's cracked there, but I got a KH Insider downloader. I'm getting the download. I found out I could just download so many game soundtracks with that. It's been very nice.
Oh, please send more to me. I need more.
Yeah,
Chad gets the same like
YouTube,
5 songs every day.
Yeah. No, I gotta get a couple of more soundtracks for you, especially like the Nintendo ones.
Yeah, please make me more playlists too. Yours are always great.
Dude, I have bananas and the bug descended on my dishes. It was brutal. Yeah. Ripen super quick. They ripen other fruit near them too. Hence why bugs love them. That makes sense. Since the last stream, we finished up Endocopia also, which was very, very good. I enjoyed the ending I got. I got the James and the Giant Peach, big ol' happy family ending, and I liked it quite a bit. I did look at the other ones after though, and it's like they're all pretty cool. The C is like meant to not be satisfactory, but it's like you can get a whole bunch of lore dumps if you're really interested in the world and all of that, and get some little answers for some things maybe that are lingering. That's something I like about the game. It very much has like I'm trying to think. Like it doesn't keep things too vague. It has some mysterious elements, but it gets revealed in a satisfying way, and it ends in a very nice way.
There's no vague posting. It's not chapter 5.
There's no vague posting. There's no scheduled chapter release. It's so nice to have a game come out and it's just complete, and you play it and it ends.
There's no
and you go, that was really
scene.
nice. There isn't. Oh my God, yeah. There's no cuckoldry in the game, and holy fuck, straight bros, we fucking won. For once in our goddamn lives, we won.
She said, didn't she say 10 kids at least?
Yeah, she went 10 kids at least. I really prefer 10 kids at least to 10 years at least.
It's good ending and bad ending.
Yeah.
10. The Endocopia is fun. I think I might play it for this year's Halloween.
You should.
Halloween
It's very
special.
fun to play. It's a great game to play. You kind of were watching me do it, but I think you'd have a really fun time playing it yourself.
Yeah. How did you like all the... I guess I was watching you play, but how did you enjoy the scary bits? I know you don't like scary things.
It's not really. I'm a very, very big scaredy cat with games, but it's not too scary at all. There's like a couple little things that can be a little creepy, but I think you'd like sort of the things that can chase you, because you can figure them out and beat them. There's one like a character in the shadows of Timesville during the nighttime that can randomly show up, but you can avoid them pretty easy, especially if you have the skateboard. And you can also get a camera and that you can just flash that and it'll make them just go away.
I know I was gonna say. Oh, this is like your first horror game you've played.
Yeah, I don't really play many horror games at all, so it's very fun. It was nice to play. It's definitely a baby's first sort of horror game experience, but it's nice. I know
Oh,
Melo is going to be nuclear during the Suzel scene. I do not like those scenes. It's not even necessarily anything with the ship in general. It's just very. I feel like Toby's not great at romance.
he's become
It's like
Japanese.
he's become Japanese, so he doesn't really know how to write. It's like, oh, I guess I thought like it was a very, very one-sided thing where Noelle likes Susie, I guess, and she likes her maybe more as a friend, but in this one, and maybe I was thinking, well, maybe he'll develop that in a way that's interesting where they get closer. Nah, this shit opens up and she's just all about the fucking dope pussy. It's all she thinks about. It's all she wants. It's completely. We talked about this last time, but it feels very kind of rushed. I was gonna say it was nice to see just a ship relationship, I guess, with characters where it was just kind of healthy and it was nice. It was sweet to watch, because in most games, that shit. And I know I'm making jokes about straight bros we won, but I feel like I watched Witch from Mercury. That shit was not fucking good either. That romance sucked ass, dude. Like, I don't think lesbians. People in the Yuri get terrible stuff too, because it's always like one is abusive to the other person. It's super toxic, but you're supposed to go, they're so twee. It doesn't matter that she hits her because she's a girl, so it doesn't matter if she hits her.
The domestic abuse is fine, dudes.
Domestic abuse.
It's fine because it's for my Yuri.
Yeah, it's for my Yuri. She's just being tsundere. Hey, yeah, exactly. It's like it's a whole genre, you fucking hack. How dare you?
I don't like the toxic relationships. It makes me sad.
Well,
I want them being happy.
Well, I want to see them develop into something that's happy. I think in Witch from Mercury, it's not made to be toxic. I think it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to root for them. But there's one perfect, innocent girl that is completely in the right, doing nothing wrong, and another really mean, ice-cold bitch that does nothing except fucking give her problems.
I loved when the threads for that were up, and all the base lesbians were like, you know what? Slut is my girlfriend now.
Hey guys, it's me, Flowery. Yeah, people Hey, Joe.
Sorry to keep a lady in waiting.
Yeah, but they and that was a very funny thing. Yeah, because I think it was after she betrayed her and took away her white clothes. She was back to being a pleb again, and everyone's like, "Wow, Mio's such a fucking bitch. She should be with me." They started Yume shipping with her. I also understand you want like characters to have drama so that you have an interesting, fun story with stakes to it. Like, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be conflict and there shouldn't be difficulties. I just ask that at some point there's a resolution, or at least like a movement towards things getting better.
It'd be nice if Mio apologized.
If I'm supposed to like them, if I'm just supposed to look at it and go, oh wow, this is really kind of fucked, and it ends as that, I can go, well, that's kind of the point. But I don't think that is the point. I think I'm supposed to, again, be very happy when they have wedding rings at the end, and I'm supposed to go, aw, but I'm not, because she's a mean bitch. Everyone's just quoting Flowery in the thing. This game, like, I feel like it really... Like, Toby Fox knows how to, like, tickle autistic people in such a unique way, where they just start repeating the things his characters say over and over.
It's because they're funny.
It is funny. I like in, I still miss the chapter 2 days of Spamton a lot because it was just people just made him their personality. He's got stim mastery. Yeah, exactly.
It's my Girona. Here I come, San Francisco! Oh, we're gonna be so annoying with that.
I don't think people mind. They like the energy.
We've been assigning roles in our little group chat because Rhodes will be joining us.
Yeah.
And Rhodes has volunteered to be Flowery.
So Rhodes can do it.
And Melo has been forced to be Asgore.
Oh, it's over. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted because our friend Yarsh said, there's so many turkeys in my yard. Holy shit, there's at least 10. And I said 10 turkeys at least. I need to stop, man. That fucking line lives like at L1 cache in my brain.
It's a real problem.
Cognito Hazard Flowery. Hold on. Oh, it's fucking, I see they redid the sprite so he looks like Sheldon. Bazinga.
What a predictable creature.
No, but I'm liking, I like the Indocopia a lot, and I'm very happy that, Andy Land's getting all this breakout kind of success. He already was like a respected, known guy, but I feel like this shit's gonna blow him up really, like really huge. I mean, Markiplier's playing the game. So if Markiplier's playing it, it's actually gonna, like, dude, it's over. All the 12-year-olds are gonna love this shit forever now. Actually, do 12-year-olds like Markiplier still?
The only people I've seen that like Markiplier are 20-year-old girls.
Yeah, it's 20-year-old girls that grew up with him. I don't think he's evergreen. I think he's generational.
I think it's good when someone's fan base grows up with them and stuff, and like ages.
It's very
with them.
fun. A lot of people. I mean, I had that with Running Shine because it's been over 10 years at this point. There's people that.
Well, that just happens because everyone's fucking waiting.
Yeah, no, but there's a lot of people that have, like, essentially grown up with the videos, which is very interesting. I've talked to some people that are like, when I think when Rhodes first started watching them, he was a teenager. I had to apologize because I'm like, I don't think you should have been watching them as a teenager. I don't think YouTube should have pushed those to you. But I also know how it is when you're a teen. You like edgy stuff. You want to, like, you search those things out.
I was actually kind of happy when YouTube had the thing where it's like we're not showing these like certain videos to kids if they're too edgy and stuff, and it's like you just can't see any Running Shine if you're a child. Yeah. It's like, oh, thank God.
This stuff is becoming more and more important, like, because kids now get on the internet essentially instantly and get bombarded by the most horrible shit ever on the YouTube Kids app. So I'm happy. And more restrictions are kind of needed at this point. Can't wait for all the game theories about it. Well, that's the kind of thing I was talking about, is that it doesn't really need
I don't think
a
you'll
bunch
get
of theorizing.
Any. It kind of explains everything
because
already.
Again, the game is finished. It's actually done. It's a complete story. The lore is explained in the game. It's cohesive. It makes sense. You don't have to go and speculate on what the story means. You don't have to speculate on what character motivations are. I love that fucking. There's a video somebody took, speaking of Markiplier, of him talking about Poppy's Playtime Chapter 5, and he put it over Deltarune Chapter 5, and it's really funny how well it fits. He's like, we're on Chapter fucking 5. I should know the character motivations. I should know why we're going to the places we're going. Yeah, you've seen it, Skarma. It's so good. Yeah, RS would be far from the worst thing a child can be exposed to. No, you're totally right. These videos are not that insane at all, but it's a thing more
but
that
just because it's
like,
not the worst doesn't mean it's the best thing they can watch either.
Yeah, not necessarily not the best, but there's flat out sinister stuff that people could be watching.
Oh, yeah.
At the very least, I can say that at least the Running Shine videos are just, as at the end of the day, innocent videos about video games. A lot of, I don't know, it's so weird how I can't articulate any of this stuff, but yeah, you're right, Skarma. It could get so much worse.
It's okay. I think we all
People got
understand
legit
what
upset
you're
at that Markiplier video. Why? Because it's true. It's because
it's
telling
true.
The truth. They don't like the truth. We're the chase sequence game. We're the game of chase sequences. The good news is that just going to be the good news is it's just going to be Mother 3, 10-minute Chapter 6 and 40-hour Chapter 7 to fix the pacing for sure. Yeah, that's what I was almost wondering. It's like, is he setting up the game to be like Mother 3 with the extremely long Chapter 7? Or what's he kind of thinking? I think Chapter 6 is going to be a real chapter. It's just that it's going to be probably very linear. But he's been working on it. Seems like pretty hard. So it's not just going to be like 20 minutes of walking and talking. It's going to have fights and a boss, I imagine. I better be able to put, like, fucking turn my shadow crystals in, dude. Like, is that just going to be another nothing burger? Like, nothing happens?
Oh, you thought you were going to use those?
Yeah, you're not going to use... Yeah, psych. I can't wait for Super Tall Freak to do some more dump on me unexpected. Yeah, I'm almost wondering if it's gonna go there. For the teaser for Chapter 7, Weird Root shows a giant 7, so maybe... Yeah, it's like double the length of Chapter 2, at least, it looks like, for the Weird Route, which is that's very exciting. I'm almost worried that the shadow crystals are only going to be for that twisted sword route that requires a thorn ring. Yeah, I'm wondering if everyone was speculating on that, but if Chapter 6 is going to be super linear and not really have anything like that, which I'm just kind of going off of Toby's word of what he's saying, I don't know if we're going to be getting that, right? Like, we're not going to be getting like a twisted sword route unless it's in 7, unless we end up like going to some different, we don't get to go to Castletown or whatever in 6, but then we go in the next one. You think we're gonna see Gaster? I feel like if you see Gaster, all the cool things about him are kind of lost.
What if it's like Endocopia, where at the end you just talk to Gaster?
I mean, that could be really fun. That's one of the coolest things about the ending of Endocopia is that you can ask a character essentially anything you want. Like, it's like, oh, ask me what you want. You think you're going to get a drop down of questions you can ask. And no, it's like the prompt, a text prompt for you to type out whatever you want to ask him. And it's so, like, intricate. You can ask him about nearly fucking anything and he'll give you answers to it. It's so well done and cool. We're gonna see the meat factory for sure. Yeah, we better. I'm excited for that. I want to see the meat factory. We doing Gingham?
Thinking of a gingham. Could just leave it as striped too.
Stripe looks nice also, but Gingham, I think the Gingham looks great. I think it'd be better if we didn't see Gaster, but that's just me. Yeah, same. I think it's better if he's just a mysterious character, like sort of omnipotent sort of thing. I don't need every single mystery solved, you know, like so verbosely that it kind of ruins the fun of what's going on.
Okay, this is nice, but I need to think different color.
But all roads do seem to point to him. I do think there's going to be something. I think there just kind of has to be. I kind of like the color you were using, the orange.
I need something to tie everything together.
The
You know, have
purple
something
is good.
harmonious.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get it.
Yeah, I like something kind of warm so it contrasts with the grass a bit.
I was thinking like classic red.
A classic red would be good. It reads very well too. Yeah, like that looks great. I don't need to hear or see Gaster's entire deal, but I hope that there's something at least, kind of like how Genocide Route ends with Kara. Yeah, that'd be fun. Just something, you know, he has to do it with tact. I can't imagine, there must be a lot of pressure on him, like, that he's feeling of, like, fuck, they're all gonna hate this shit. Oh, I kind of love it, yeah, really, really, the way it was in the shade. But I see what you're doing. You're just kind of having it so you can adjust the opacity.
Well, I'm tying things together.
Yeah, tying it all together. Papyrus at the bottom of the lake, yeah. I was bummed out about Papyrus not showing up again. I thought Azrael was going to show up too, dude. But he didn't. It's like, where is he? I thought he was coming home from college. Nude says it looks great. Or nods. I keep calling you Nudes. Onion Son is fucking dead. I just remember. Yeah, I did love that whole aspect. That bird saying, like, it's only 2G. I mean, it's only for free. I loved that shit. That was really fucking cool. I think the big thing that I feel like is going to be not disappointing, but I think a lot of people want like an esoteric, almost horror kind of ending or resolution for something like Deltarune. And I don't think Toby's going to do that. I think he's going to have like friendship saves the day kind of shit in the end, kind of like the way Undertale ends in the
I think so too.
It's going to be simple. It's going to be shonen anime ending kind of stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're adding some weight to things.
Yeah, it's looking good. Yes. And I like the little extra shadows you're like the cast shadows you're giving to the characters here.
Just a little extra shadow just to make them feel like they're kind of grounded.
I do think it's going to be more of a bummer ending like Mother 3, nothing too depressing, but that's what I'm feeling. I'd be curious about doing that. I mean, to me, Mother 3's ending and the way Mother 3 is in general is so pulled from Itoi going through his divorce and getting so depressed and having all those problems. But I don't feel like Toby's has that sort of depression.
He's not divorced enough.
I don't think he's experienced that kind of darkness yet to have a more downer kind of. Although Mother 3's wasn't downer, I do think that ultimately it's a good ending. It's just that the old fake bullshit world kind of ends up being destroyed. But they make sure to show like, oh, all the characters are okay. He lived in Hussey's basement. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah, it's really tying together now.
That's how he came up with Dark World being in Hussey's basement. There's no light source. Everything smells. It's fucked.
We went to see Castle in the Sky.
That's right. We did go to see Castle in the Sky. We went and saw that the other day. We both had fun with it, but I think it's a thing where we're at an age where we like them more. Yeah, we're kind of old for just an adventure movie like that. I feel
maybe just not old enough to like come back around to enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of in this in-between age where those sort of movies aren't as they don't grip me in the same way that I think they would have when I was like 13 or 14. But I liked
the Korean film was really nice.
Yeah, we saw that one. That one was good. And
did we talk about that
before
last time?
that? I think we did talk about it. Yeah. Yes, we did. One. We did. Yes, we did talk about that one. And we talked about Only Yesterday, seeing that also. And I think seeing that before this one kind of sets you up a little bit because that one's it's very slow and it's very kind of just like a character-driven, personal sort of story. And I get a lot more into those nowadays than I do these more huge, big story sort of things.
Ooh, yeah, everything's coming together now with the colors. I'm feeling
it's looking beautiful. Yeah, it's looking great.
I want to add some like nuance to some of the colors and stuff.
Yes, yes. It's super nostalgic in Japan. They air it on TV a lot. Castle in the Sky, I believe it because, like in Eizouken, in that anime, that main character is obviously probably based on the mangaka, the original person that wrote the story, because they talk about like the anime that got them super into wanting to be an animator, and it's essentially like an off-brand sort of Castle in the Sky. It's very clearly based on that, what she's watching on the TV. Or not TV, but computer. That's right. You know, I can very much see myself loving Castle in the Sky as a background movie, like on the TV, that I don't have to pay much attention to, because the story itself is very bare bones and not that important. And they're constantly going to new fun areas and set pieces, so it's very nice to just you don't need audio to enjoy that film. That shit can be like on tier 3 levels of your attention and still and be really fun.
Fuck, it feels like it's gotten hotter. The sun went down, but sometimes it does feel like it's gotten hotter.
Oh, it's because all the sun has built up through the day, so now it's circulating in the air inside. And we have to wait for it to get cold again, and then it'll go... Our thermostat's supposed to be at 66 on here, and this shit is at 76 right now.
I'm getting the fan, and I'm pointing it at me. Hold on. This is
why don't you do that? Yeah, get the fan. I live in Texas. We're hitting 100 here. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it, O'Barney? It's fun to hit 107, 108. In the shade. That's what it's reported as. 108 in the shade. If you're in the sun, you're fucked. We saw some, there's a person that has like anime stickers on their car that we see kind of somewhat regularly. And their stickers burned. Like it used to have like all these anime characters on it. You know, their waifu, the waifu of the month or whatever. And now they're like charred black. They're so they've just been completely burned to death. Chazer, hey, what's up? Guys, I have my windows open. Apologies, just eating a little bit here, so I don't want to be like making noises into the microphone and causing problems. It was 112 on the road today. That's fucking terrible, Joe, because when you end up, when it's that hot,
Hey,
it doesn't matter if you're in a car. There you go. It doesn't
guys.
matter. No, you're okay. It doesn't matter if you have you're in a car blasting AC. The sun is so hot, it pierces through the window and burns you through the window.
It burns. My skin burns. I hate it. I hate it so much. I miss being cold. I miss being outside and cold when my cheeks would hurt.
Yeah. It's a lot better. I prefer very cold weather to incredibly hot weather like this. It's just fucking not fun to be in. It weighs on you. I can only really do a little bit at the gym today because this stuff ends up being oppressive if you're outside for long enough.
This shit is dangerous, you know? It's bad. Yeah. Like, God, I don't know why it's just so bad. Well, the thing that pisses me off, it's so hot here, and it's hot every year, and there's no infrastructure for dealing with the heat. You know?
No, there's no shade. They don't have shade or anything. You just have to fucking deal with this shit. We should be doing what some of those Mexican cities do, where they just have huge awnings over the whole parking lot, or at least like a nice place, you know, in the center of the parking lot you can walk through, where you got a big awning over you. You don't feel like you're burning up. Things like that would go a long way. I understand it's maintenance, and you know, it's not. These things are always complicated, but I think things like that are worth it.
Listen, all I'm saying is, if Canada, a third world country, can afford to keep its residents alive in the winter, we can afford to keep ourselves a little cool in the summer.
In the summer, yeah. I'd rather have a dry 100 degrees than a humid 80 degree. I understand that. No, yeah. Being in the humidity is also really bad because you kind of feel like stuffy.
I don't know.
Like
I don't mind humidity. I'm kind of used to it though. I think in Lima it's like 100% humidity.
It's insanely humid in Peru, so you're probably used to it. And it's humid in Toronto too. I'm pretty sure.
It's pretty humid there, yeah.
The more west you go, the less humid you get. You get more dry.
Yeah, Vancouver was really dry. I forgot it was dry.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I like never had any problem with like drinking water.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that's probably why like in Vancouver you're drinking water all the time because it's just so dry. Your body demands it a lot more.
Here, Melo has to like remind me to drink water because I just won't.
Yeah. Australia has a full covered sidewalks for the shit. Yeah, I imagine Australia.
Australia is smart about this. I don't know why we won't. What pisses me off is that every fucking shopping center is a fucking strip mall with zero shading, and there's zero awning for anybody like just going between stores. So as soon as you step outside the store with a nice AC, it's not just the blast of heat that just fucking gets you like you walked into an oven, but also you're in the middle of the sun, so your skin is baking. It's awful. I just fucking hate it.
Is really bad. I have to wear like UV sleeves and things like that to not get like you know, I'm already starting to get to the thing where I have like some little spots on my skin. They're not cancer or nothing, but it's just sun damage on my forearms. That Simpsons episode where Milhouse is running away from his solar beam.
That's what it's like.
That's so expensive though. We need more data centers instead. Well, I will say that in Texas at least, I know that they're halting data center production because those things are fucking putting a huge load on the electrical grid, and the state government's like, fuck that. Like, you guys are putting everyone's needing to, put 110% in because everyone's blasting their AC to deal with all this bullshit. And we don't need like a whole bunch of centers that are purely there to use electricity. We don't need that shit right now. So I think everything's halted. I think they're basically saying until you can actually make money through this, like you can actually make a profit with the data centers, we're not building them. Excuse me.
Okay, now that I'm not dying of heat stroke. God,
Yeah.
the fan is so nice. Hold on, let me adjust it
Yeah,
so it's
you're not-
pointed at me even more.
We probably need to get 2 fans. It's been funny, like my buddies that live in Texas are sending us voice messages of just them like screaming because they have outside jobs. It's like, oh fuck, like the heat stroke risk is very high at the moment.
Yeah, I had one of my coworkers get heat stroke when I was working in outdoors in Toronto. And that's like a Toronto summer. That's only like 85, 90, you know?
Yes.
This is like, ooh, so much worse.
The people around me go feral at the mention of data centers and go to town halls and shit to shut that down. Well, that's the thing about Americans. Like, we all have a little NIMBY in us. We all have that potential, and just some bullshit opening up across the road that we don't like we will, like, it's like something will wake up within our within us. We'll suddenly have so much infinite energy to go and bitch at the government until it's not built.
That's your right as an American. That's what you're.
It's your right. It's our superpower.
That's what Americans are made to do. I mean, who else would do it? A Canadian?
Yeah, no, they just sit down and take it. American Freedom motif starts playing. Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I love that it was made as a thing to like mock Americans, but Americans like, yo, this shit slaps, and they're like singing it and shit.
Yeah, it's they were on that shit way before, like Chud came out, and then everyone went, we like Chud, we're gonna use Chud. He's ours now. No, you're not supposed to like it's the same. It's we haven't changed. That song was the equivalent of like making a Wojak. If you see, I have depicted you as the soy jack American.
See, I have depicted you as the Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Dandy,
and
yeah.
me as a superior redcoat.
Yes, the superior redcoat, Commonwealth. Chud feels too close to Chad. That was my first thought also. Again, this is like something awful guys have no luck. They're trying to create, how can we make a slur that's not offensive? How can we do that? But how can we make a slur for right-wingers that we don't like, that aren't offensive? And I go, okay. We're going to name it after, and of course it's some dorky 1980s movie that they're all into as like ironic culture and all that. So it's a movie reference, So then you end up, when something's a movie reference, you lose the context so quickly. You also can't say Chud with hate. Yeah, you can't anymore, especially now. Everyone likes, we got buddies now They go, "Oh, sorry, I'm such a fat fucking chud." They say things like that.
I love that. I love being like, oh, he's such a fat fucking chud.
Fucking chud. Such a fat fucking
I
chud.
DM my friends for a voice chat, and I'm like, are there any other like fat unemployed chuds like me ready to hang out? Like, should I
Yeah,
go?
any other chuds like me. Isn't the whole point of a sword to be offensive? Shaky yeah, exactly, right? It was kind of
Doomed from the start.
Exactly. One tuber I watch keeps saying she's such a fat fucking shit. Yeah, even the fucking girlies doing their VTubing shit are on this now.
Let's not pretend some VTubers aren't chuds. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah, some of them are. I always love when they got the baby voice, because they're like gonna say.
Oh, they're
shit.
so racist. The higher the voice, the more racist they are.
Yeah. Stolen valor. It's stolen valor. Yeah, it is stolen valor a little bit. I'm such a like people going, I'm so autistic, and they're not autistic at all. Oh, okay, guys. I don't know if this is controversial to say or what, but I don't know if anyone else is like me. If somebody tells me I have autism, I'll believe them. If they say I have ADHD, I believe them. I have no problem. I have no reason to ever doubt.
Melo, I think you should quit while you're ahead.
No, but when they say I have ADHD, I have autism and ADHD, I don't believe them. I don't think they're telling the truth, and I don't think that you somehow have both. I don't understand. I need so much stimulation, but also if I get any stimulation, I'm going to have a meltdown. I don't understand how these two things work. They don't seem like they fit together at all.
It definitely is like a confusing thing, because like I have autism and I got friends with ADHD, and we're like absolute opposites.
Yeah, polar opposites of how you solve problems and difficulties and all of that. Like, it's not. I don't know. It's. Maybe they cancel each other out.
They don't cancel each other out. That's what they're arguing.
Well, also, again, I mean, I've just seen from Arcade's Instagram, like if somebody's talking about being autistic, ADHD, they kind of have a look. They kind of look like it, like they dress a certain way, or they have like a look to their face. I don't know. Somebody has like just an ADHD face. I don't know why.
Melo studies phrenology.
But all of the people with autism and ADHD, for some reason, are always the most beautiful, regular-looking, just white woman I've ever seen. And I have only ever seen white women that have this and say they have this. Tell us about their forehead length. You can tell by how they take selfies. And the way they describe it, though, they just go like, oh, yeah, some days I feel autistic and other days I feel ADHD. And I'm like, I feel like that's a normal person. Most people feel like I'm more organized some days and other days I'm not as organized. To be fair, ugly autistic people are posting themselves online. The thing about it is that, I don't know, it's just always...
I think you guys need to understand a very important key aspect here is that Melo is like the biggest autism defender. He loves autistic people.
Yeah. I have nothing... I care a lot about people that are ADHD or have autism or things like that, and I like accommodating people and helping people in my life
ugly autistic people post themselves online all the time, solely so they can talk about their special interests.
Yeah, they do. I see this pretty often. So, yeah, it's a thing where it's more just I've known so many people with these conditions, and it's so odd seeing all of a sudden this new I've got both thing becomes suddenly so prevalent, and only in women. There aren't really autistic ADHD guys. At least they're not being diagnosed, and they're not talking about it. Maybe this is also part of the problem, because women want to talk about their problems more than guys do. They want to talk about their mental issue more than a guy would. A guy probably wouldn't care as much. But are you saying some people on the internet grift ADHD and autism for attention? I'm not saying I'm not saying that it's grifting. I feel like it's like a weird hysteria thing, because when people are talking about, oh, I'm like super hot and then super cold to other people,
Oh.
and they're describing it as like I'm overstimulated, it sounds more to me like they're talking about like a borderline, like a personality disorder issue, more than like a neurodivergent sort of thing. It sounds more like you can't connect to people, or you're like afraid of getting too close to people, and you're using like the language of autism and ADHD to try to make it sound like it's something that kind of isn't, I guess, you know. And it's also just very hard because everything in psychology is very affirming nowadays, especially like if you're going to a professional. A lot of the times it's I think we were talking to a friend recently that went pretty often, and they had a great psychologist, and then they got a new one, and they stopped making progress because the psychologist just basically agreed with them. They just chat GPT'd, oh, you think you're that? Yeah, sure, and just validating everything that's going on instead of going, you have to fix this and you have to fix that. Yes, and also the idea of being special is attractive. You're right, O'Barney. I think some people notice a few symptoms. The idea of being special is attractive. I'm not a big fan of dismissing people who might have autism. That's the thing. I don't want to seem like I'm dismissing, or that like that you can't have both. I think it's just. I feel like it's got to be rare to have both. I feel like it's
I
not.
believe you, Melo. I know you're my greatest ally.
Yeah. No, I understand that. You don't want to like gatekeep or have a sort of thing where you're like dismissing people, because that's not something you want to be doing. You want to be at least hearing people out. But
I think we should start dismissing some people.
yeah, I think it's more just a thing I've noticed more than it's like a huge judgment or something like that. And it might mainly just be sort of related, but I know some people use academic therapy words in casual conversation way more in the last few years. That's a big thing too. It's probably just because the speech ends up therapy talk is in movies, and it fucking sucks. It really is. These words all get overused. Gatekeeping autism sounds like a calm down bit. It's really funny. Yeah, the therapy talk in movies and everything needs to stop. The way people, I feel like it's. Can we kind of say it's maybe like an extension of the kind of millennial writing?
It's definitely
like,
millennials at fault.
I feel like millennials especially got super into the idea of and again, I'm not dismissing. I think if people are going to therapy, that's a really good thing. It's good to be getting your
It's good to
whatever's happening
self-improve
mentally.
and like
Yes,
fix up,
and it's good
work
to
out
get
your
these things
problems.
out in the opening, out in the open, working with people. Like the people I know that go to a therapist regularly are very mentally well put together people. So they're going to good people.
You're essentially
They
going to
know
the
what things to
doctor to
look for.
fix up all your boo-boos, but like the ones in your
Yeah,
head
make sure your things are all right. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not. Yeah, that's not. This isn't a hating on the idea of therapy. It's more just the idea of the constant, only affirming sort of stuff. But I feel like millennials got super into therapy as like this whole thing of like you need to go, and it's
I
this
feel
amazing.
I feel like a lot of millennials treat it like as like once you're in therapy you're good, you're doing so well and everything's so much better.
Yeah.
It fixes
Not
everything.
as like, oh, this is like I'm going to this because I need to work on these things and these
But
things.
also,
It's just kind
therapy
of
is like a constant thing where it's like, of course you're always going to therapy, and there's not like a point where you're like, I'm done with this. I can move on to just doing my life as I would.
They're the people I know that are old. It's kind of a generational thing because the people I know that are older that are in therapy are permanently in therapy as a like. It needs to be like this constant affirmations and all of this. I think a lot of the times people are just like they're paying for somebody to be emotionally connected with them, to pretend, it feels like paying the stripper, you're thinking that she likes you. It's almost in that
I've
sort
been
of
seeing so much of
vein.
that shit on Twitter. People saying it's talking about the joke of like that the stripper likes you.
Yeah, it's a classic sort of bit, but I think these things circulate online and then they get really crazy. Tony Soprano also called a guy a slur in therapy. Yeah. Tony Soprano made therapy cool though. what am I? Some kind of toxic person? I like this one video where it's a guy that does Tony Soprano impressions, and he just has him say stuff that Tony wouldn't ever really say. It's like, I just got out of a toxic living situation. What was I getting at here? Sorry, we went on a couple of little
You were talking about
little
autistic
paths.
people.
Well, not just autistic people, but primarily like in that these words have made their way into like the millennial writing stuff, because there is this like strange cult of therapy. Oh, you know what I think actually is more than anything is that um I don't think this is the perception anymore, because the scientific consensus has changed a lot over the years, and I don't even know if it was ever a consensus, but there was meta-analysis done somewhat recently showing that there, you know, any sort of company that's trying to say that like if you're depressed it's because of a chemical imbalance is like pseudoscience kind of crap. There's not real studies backing up the idea that there's like a chemical imbalance, and the antidepressants are working, but they don't actually know why they're working. They're kind of a thing where it's like we don't understand
Yeah,
why this is helping people, but it is. So we're
it's
continuing to prescribe it, but we don't have an understanding of these things yet.
it's a
We
weird
just kind of
thing.
know it's
When I
helping
was
people that are
in
depressed.
when I was doing my college class on psychology, they covered this. So I was doing my report on schizophrenia, and one thing about it is that it's like, oh yeah, we use lithium to treat schizophrenia. We don't know why it works. We don't know how it works. We don't know what it does. It just
that
fucking
seems
works
to be-
somehow.
Yeah. Same thing with OCD. I think OCD is also lithium. You know, it's like these things where we've found sort of things that seem to help, but there's not an understanding of why this is happening, because the brain is still very much understudied, and there's a lot of nuances with the way everyone's is that like we don't 100% understand. So, but the basic understanding from what I'm, unless anything's changed in the past year, is very much that it's like there's not a chemical imbalance. You're not a forever patient if you have depression. You are not like a forever sick person that needs to take SSRIs for the rest of your life. But the thing that, and nowadays it's a lot, I think, healthier, because it's now much more treated as you take the antidepressants to get yourself out of bed and make the things, changes in your life that are actually going to make your quality of life better and bring you, you know, closer to your emotions and do good things for you and all of that stuff. But back in I mean, I just still remember when I was growing up, it was very much you have a chemical imbalance of clinical depression and you need to take SSRIs for the rest of your life. And I think that the millennial generation just kind of got hit by that over and over and over again, that they really bought into that whole idea that it's like I have a permanent problem, so I need to always be in therapy forever and taking these things forever. And there's a whole culture around it that doesn't really exist for younger people or older people. It's kind of just them almost. I'd say Gen X too. They also kind of got the same messaging.
Skarma, it's crazy that they're prescribing it and now shrugging their shoulders saying IDK that works. It's like that with a lot of medicine. In women's health, they just prescribe birth control as like a one fixed solution for like a lot of different things. Anything from PCOS,
too much estrogen, not enough estrogen, you know.
Yeah, all this stuff. And it's
just,
and it's like, yeah, it kind of addresses it, but it doesn't like really address it. So it's like a weird thing, and it's like you're just kind of ignoring the problem more than anything. Because as soon as you're off
Howard
it,
medication strategy. Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, yeah, as soon as you're off of it, didn't birth control help with acne? Yeah, it did. That's the thing that's, because again, it's like a thing where it's like, oh, well, we're just going to give you this and hope that it stabilizes your hormones. And if it doesn't, we're going to give you a different birth control with a different formula and hope that one will stabilize your hormones. It's all just throwing stuff at the wall. There's not really it's like the symptoms, there's only so much they can do with the symptoms of like actually figuring out what to do in a lot of things. No, it's a big thing. There's still a lot to innovate on and do things in medication. A lot of very specific disabilities and conditions are all of a sudden getting very like very amazing new medicine that is kind of insane. Like for people that have cystic fibrosis, there's modulators now, and they're predicting that these modulators are going to bring people that used to die. You got to remember, like people with cystic fibrosis in the 50s, if you had that, you died at 15. If you were like considered healthy, you know, a lot of people died at like 10 years old or younger that had that. And now it's a thing where that same person, because of now this new modulator therapy, they're going to be able to live to like 60, 70 years old or even more because of how kind of how this stuff is actually like clearing up the airways in a way that like nothing else ever has. Even the GLP-1s and all of that shit also with like insulin resistance and diabetes, it's kind of incredible. I do think AI will go nuts in the medical field, especially diagnosis.
It's hard because sometimes the AI will just hallucinate shit, and I know there's been like a few cases where like a patient is ready for surgery and everything, and then they're like, wait, we had an actual doctor look at this. The AI fucking hallucinates some shit, but it's actually fine, or it's on the wrong thing.
It's because I don't think AI is ready for anything involving like analyzing imagery yet. It's not great at doing that. If you watch like there was a great thing, I don't know if it's on right now, of Claude Plays Pokemon, where the Claude AI is trying its fucking best to play Pokemon Red, and it's just getting stuck in buildings for actual weeks. But you watch that for a little bit and it becomes very clear that it's like looking at images and trying to analyze them and then make decisions off of it is not really, it's not there yet in those ways. What AI is shown to be good at is only really at the moment put a whole bunch of data in and then get it to predict stuff. Like, so AI is already like insane on the speculative like market sort of stuff. You're like in a trading company, everything has shifted to using AI because it's just way better. It's the same thing with a lot of like weather systems are now using AI, and they're just way more accurate. They're just a lot better at getting a whole. It's good when I've got, you know, terabytes of data on this one thing, and I want to be able to give it to you and have you make predictions based on that. That's what it's killing at right now. But image analysis and all of that, it's probably like 5 or 10 years away from being really good at that. It doesn't see like we do. Yeah, exactly, Skarma. I'll never understand how weather reports are made, and I think I'm okay with that. I mean, that's why meteorology is a whole, you know, field of study. I know it's like amazing. It's kind of incredible how it all works, but yeah, I could never even pretend to understand it either. Yeah, and just like you're saying, Joe, psychology is like a fairly new medical field also. It's only been around 50 years. Yes, it's stuff like the Stanford Prison Experiment. I mean, we can say like when did Freud show up? You can really say it's like kind of the real concrete birthplace. When was his stuff relevant? I want to say, okay, yeah, no, I mean literally you're talking about like early 1900s. You know, if you want to be very good about this shit, also asking AI about car stuff is just a bad idea. Yeah, it's not good at car stuff. It's very relegated. I do think that silently all the things AI is actually good at is being implemented very, very quickly into stuff that it actually is good at. But for the things like the vibe coding stuff is still very kind of shoddy, and there's a lot of, you have to spend more time babysitting it than actually if you just wrote the whole thing yourself, really. The only thing that stuff saves is I guess the physical act of needing to type out all of the programming code and all of that. I guess that's a convenient thing, but still, I don't trust it at the moment for really writing programs, especially something that involves a whole architectural system that's not consistent, you know, over here like it is over there. I just don't trust it to do a good job with that.
I know there's always been a lot of
Oh yeah,
concern. Oh, you
isn't
go.
LLMs like amazing for music stem separations? Like I've heard that too, that it's like insanely good at like isolating vocals and things like that. And that would be exciting if that's the case.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know a lot of people worry about arts and everything, but I think there's like several points in which like, I don't know, I feel like as for illustration, part of my job isn't just the drawing part, it's also figuring out what the fuck
The
somebody
client
wants.
wants, right?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
client wants, because a lot of clients are like, I want an image for this, and it's the most vague idea possible. And so you have to like figure out how the fuck you're gonna make like a nice image out of that.
Well, I think
So
also a lot of the AI stuff is going to force people to actually become good illustrators because the things.
it's actually been happening already. People have been saying like to combat AI stuff, they have to like put more interesting compositions and not just put character in the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, because I mean, for the longest time, I want to say 95% of like internet artists are just drawing girls at like simple angles in a void or just doing a like very simple portrait sort of thing, but it's like rendered pretty. It's rendered really, really well. Or if you're like a porn guy, just doing like, you know, the couple stock poses with the flavor of the month character in those poses and making all that stuff happen. I think those kind of people are like the Sakimi Chans of the world are kind of in danger. But I think people that are focused more on creating good you know, compositions or real illustrations, I don't think they really have to worry nearly as much.
The other problem is the client side. A lot of clients don't appreciate what the artist can
Yes.
offer.
Yes, they don't really appreciate it or care so much about it.
They just care about the finished product, but they don't have the. I've seen people describe it as like a lot of people don't have taste for things.
Oh yeah, no, that's the big thing is most people don't have taste for things. It's going to be, you know, once you could capture things with a camera, a lot of kind of specific paintings and a lot of the needs for illustrators and painters became kind of obsolete. But most people take really bad photographs, and then we needed to have professional photographers because most people don't know how to take a fucking good photograph. They don't know how to take good photos or compose it well or frame it well or anything like that. So it's always going to be an issue. It's like things can become more accessible, but it's not going to necessarily give people better if they don't know how to make something look good in the first place. The AI is not necessarily going to do that work for them.
I think there's some hope with like
Or
younger,
fix it, yeah.
like Gen Alpha, like seems to be able to just tell right away that things are AI, and they're calling
Yeah.
it boomer slop.
It's boomer, so yeah, that
It's like right
helps.
off the bat, so it helps quite a bit.
It ends up making the stuff's going to be associated with like you're very cheap unless everyone moves to it. It's going to be a thing of, oh, it's very, you know, you're
Well,
kind of a cheap company.
It gets associated
you didn't
with
even get a guy to do
scams
this.
a lot of times.
Yeah, that's a big thing. It's getting used a lot with scams, but I think there's kind of a weird hysteria with this stuff involving artists that I don't think is necessarily healthy
I don't think it's
or productive.
It's really not. Obviously I'm not like a huge AI person or anything, but it's just like I don't know. It's just like people are just get so crazy about it sometimes.
I think our view of this stuff is that it's here and it's not going to go away. I think there's some people that think just because there is a bubble involving the investments
and just because they don't like it,
that it's going to go away, but that's not the case at all. The thing is that I look at this from the computer science view of like when I was, first of all, like AI research has been the forefront of computer science research for fucking like, oh my god, basically since it became a discipline. It's been like the most popular, most invested in thing since like the 50s. And now everything is about the AI stuff for investments. If you're going into a master's program for computer science, it's for you know, it's sorry, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but if you're going into it for a graduate program, everything is about the research of AI or things that'll make the AI faster. Like when I was going into my master's, when I was thinking of doing a master's program, I was talking to my PI about, oh, let's do the whole focus of the program was going to be on graphics card and CPU dual processing. And why, right? Like, why is it all for the dual processing for that? Because AI shit is really, really good with using the graphics card to do parallel computations faster and with all these things. So it's all about that, and it's going to continue being about that. So because of that, it's like, I don't think this stuff is going to get exponentially better. I think there's like a wall. There's always these technological walls that get hit, and I don't think AI is going to become applicable for everything. This is like the big thing that happens is that like new technology comes out or new innovation happens, especially in like the computer world, and everyone goes, oh, it's going to be used for everything now, and they try to use it for everything.
Yeah, we've seen
and
it
then we get
with,
more
like,
knowledge
apps.
of these things, and we kind of go, oh, okay, it's good for weather reports, and it's good for data analysis, and it's good for all of this stuff, but it's not super amazing at this, or it's not as efficient as just having a normal person do it, unless there's like a whole new method besides an LLM sort of AI, because there's many different kinds of AI, but LLMs are the big money thing right now. It's like these things are going to continue to be it's delusional to think they're just going to suddenly go away because there's like a crash in the market, because there's a lot of insider trading with each other. It's like it's going to continue being relevant, and it's going to keep getting better as years go on, because the research for this stuff will never stop, and the research funding is always huge. Even when like all AI stuff was just like a promise of like, oh, maybe we can get the computer to like automatically respond to like an email through like an automation this way or that way. Like it was still getting an insane amount of funding and money, and funding is what drives everything in research and academic fields. So yeah, I just think it's more of a thing where we have to live with it,
I was gonna say that like the bubble's just the same as like the .com bubble, where it's like it's
similar to that.
It's gonna there's a huge bubble, but doesn't mean it's gonna completely go away. Probably just like the current form that we see it is gonna go away.
Yeah.
And the overuse of the technology is kind of like similar to like when everything was trying to be an app, even when it didn't need to be an app.
Yeah, before we started using web apps and everything needed to be it's this promise of maybe this thing will make us so much money, so everyone jumps on it. So it's overused. But that overuse is also how we figure out what it's good for and what it's not good for. But I think that I do think that there's certain artists that should be a little worried. The people that are only know how to draw a couple angles and only just draw like some random character designs are genuinely need to figure out how to
learn composition, buddy.
Yeah, time to learn composition. Time to study paintings that do it really well. Or maybe it's a thing where it's probably not going to be. I don't think AI will be able to create a good comic anytime soon. So maybe it's time to maybe look into comic storytelling and things like that. That might be more relevant in the future.
My big thing is I think that with the rise of AI, people are going to just value more human-made things more and more, and things that look more human-made.
Yeah, exactly. Because these things, the problem with AI, and this is just a feature, this isn't really a flaw, this is kind of how it's made to be. It makes things very least common denominator, like just the most general appeal thing possible, because it's trying to get all this information and then give what it thinks will be agreeable. It's trying to make something that you'll like. It's very much trying to be agreeable with you. So it's not going to do anything risky or that interesting in terms of anything. And I've seen this with like any of the story writing stuff it tries doing, or any of the art generation stuff. It only wants to do like very, very simple I don't want to say bottom of the barrel, but like least common denominator stuff. Essentially, it's the thing we were talking about with taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big thing that happened. I don't think a lot of companies are firing also because of AI. I think they're trying. It's like a marketing thing to say, look, we're so much more efficient because of the AI. I think it's more because during COVID, a lot of companies overhired. They really overestimated how many people they needed, and so now there's a huge fallback of, it's like, oh, well, we have all these extra people now, and we need to get rid of them. And the fact that like a couple companies did these mass layoffs and their stocks went up made every other company go like, we have to do this too now. Obviously, it's like we can have our stock go up and we can, get rid of redundancy. So that was. I think that's more what's going on more than AI, because when they have tried to replace people with AI, it's like Skarma says, you have to go and rehire people because you have to get babysitters, and even then it's not as efficient as people a lot of the time still, so you still just want to hire regular programmers and have them do traditional programming work. Too much hate is ridiculous and too much love is cringe, where I think that's I kind of agree with a lot of that, because there's always so much nuance to any sort of situation like this or new technology like this. To just be super flatly like it's evil and I hate it, or like just completely falling in love with it and getting all into the hysteria of it, of this is going to change the world and we're going to transcend our human body, like stuff like that is completely
Gosh. Yeah,
you're
there's
not.
all the people in San Francisco are like that about it, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing with it is culty almost, the way I feel. It's very strange the way they are with the AI stuff. They're not like, oh, this will make a lot of things easier. They're like, we are going to reach the new stage of human evolution, and we won't need people anymore, and we won't need this anymore. It's like, we should have known there was something wrong with these guys when they were going like, oh yeah, I don't want to eat food or drink water. That's why I drink Soylent. I drink Soylent so that I don't have to do normal things that people need to do, like fucking
That humans enjoy to
food.
do.
That we enjoy doing, the pleasures of life. I don't want that. It's distracting me from my programming work.
I don't know what kind of like awful ass food they have in San Francisco that they think like eating is like a horrific thing you have to go through daily.
That's the thing that's crazy. They have really good food in San Francisco. They've got like fucking tons of Asian culture there, so they've got good ass Korean and Japanese food, and they've got I'm pretty sure they've got somewhat Mexicans up there and somewhat of things up there. There's a lot of
Mexicans
diversity
there.
Not really. It's more NorCal. It's a little bit different, but
they got Asians. Asians cook good.
Yeah, they got Asians, and Asians cook good. They've got a good food culture in San Francisco. The shit is not like Ohio or something like that. We're talking about a regular nice place that's supposed to be enjoyable to live in.
It looked pretty nice on Full House.
You mean to tell me that you have a city with Mexican, Indian, Korean, and Chinese food, yet you will drink soy chalky milk? Yeah. In Georgia, the most multicultural it's gonna get is Korean and Mexican. That's still pretty all right though.
Korean and Mexican gets you some pretty good food options though.
It gets you pretty good, and I don't even like Mexican food, but it at least gives you options.
There's probably like a little enclave of like some other racial group you haven't thought of.
Yeah, exactly, Joe. But my blended chicken and rice smoothie makes me 7% more efficient. What else are you working on here with this painting? I see you're working on the legs and getting those things in. Like it, I feel like this is almost kind of finished though. It looks.
No. There's still little details I have to add in.
Yeah, but we're getting to that point. The details are now what we're working on.
Yeah, let me turn on the. I need to add her feet. And they have little jumps. I need to add in his hand, and I think that's about it.
I was just reading it like she was sitting Seisawa.
Oh, that's true. I could cut off some time.
Yeah. you know, she's from a Japanese game, even if she's supposed to be like some.
I'll let her feed in because it just feels right. Her dress is not very long.
No, it's not. It's not. Oh, rural Georgia. I have to go an hour out to Atlanta. Then hell yeah, good. Yeah, exactly. If you're in Atlanta, Atlanta's got all
Oh
kinds of
hell
stuff.
no, not Atlanta. I've seen some nasty things come out of Atlanta.
Yeah, it's where you go when you're a black guy and you have no idea what you're doing with your life.
I've heard debate over what city is the one, what equivalent for white people.
Oh, it's Austin, Texas, 100%. Like that video of the guy in jail being asked how to add more protein for their gains. He just goes, just eat more chicken. I always love guys in prison get huge. They get so massive. It's like off of the prison food and like doing pull-ups. All the gym scientists just are fucking.
They
hate
kneel.
him. They kneel to the ex-con.
Dude, how do you get so big? Chicken.
Chicken and pull-ups at the gym and avoiding like anal rape.
I will say, if you don't have much food options, you just gotta learn to cook.
Yeah, honestly, that helps a lot too. I join the stream and the first thing I hear is chicken pull-ups at Hayward. Hey, what's up, Omega Blue? I'm sorry, you just got done. We had a big old discussion we were all fired up on, but I think we're relaxed again now.
You're gonna have to exit the stream and come back again, and we'll talk about something else funny.
I know how to cook, but sometimes I just feel too lazy to chop veggies up, and I just put them in the food processor. That's fine, though.
Food
That's
processor's
actually a pretty
fine.
good... The food processor is good, especially when you have people that have kids. They love the food processor because chopping all the fucking veggies needed to like feed the whole family is a ton of work, and it's a lot easier to just throw it in the processor.
I don't even have kids. I love the fucking food processor. When I need
Mhm.
garlic, I just go bzzz, and it's done.
Yeah, we blitzed that for the chimichurri, and you really don't need it tastes just fine. You don't have to, you know, hand cut everything.
Mary Jane's look like. There we go. See her feet.
There you go. Yeah, no, it looks great. I'm happy you added them and included them. It looks a lot better. Yeah, give it like a nice solid white so it kind of stands out from the blanket a little.
Oh, it's not white. It's like a very pale.
Yeah. I used to make sort of like Italian sausage for my scrambled eggs. Sausage and eggs is really nice for breakfast. It's a nice combo.
Okay.
I made some drunken noodles recently. What's drunken noodles actually? That's familiar, but I haven't.
Melo heard noodles and his ears perked up.
No, you know, noodles are the best. Oh, this shit looks pretty good. It's pad ki mao.
Anything's
It's,
good. Even
Hawaiian. Let's see. It's a spicy Thai stir fry with oh fuck yeah, Thai food's pretty good with wide
you've
rice
never had
noodles.
Thai
chicken-
food.
No, but I can tell it's good. Anything that's Southeast Asian is gonna hit really well.
That's true. That's true.
Because
What
I
can I
like
say? Asians know
Vietnamese
how to
a lot.
Asians know how to cook.
It's ready in just 30 minutes. They always say it's 30 minutes. This shit's never 30 minutes. This is like an hour usually.
And they never include how long it takes to fucking clean all the dishes.
Yeah, yeah, and then you have to clean the dishes too. It's never 30 minutes. Oh, you gotta get the Thai basil for it. That's what makes it real good.
Ooh, Thai basil's good. That's the basil they give you with pho.
I used to dream about cheese, and then I realized I still dream about it. What's your favorite kind of cheese then? Do you like is it Munster? Is it Swiss?
I've gotten Melo really into cheese.
I used to only eat the basic things like the mozzarella and the cheddar, but I've gotten into like the jalapeno like pepper jack. That's probably my favorite. I had Colby Jack also, obviously, but Munster is really nice. The Gouda is great. I'm a basic guy. Mozzarella is my favorite. Mozzarella is really good.
Mozzarella
is
so good though. That's not even like a bad pick. A good
I don't like
mozzarella is great.
Especially when it's like coming like from one of those soft kind of like balls of mozzarella. It's really good. I don't know why people end up associating like certain things. Like people say like, oh, vanilla is like a boring flavor for ice cream, when vanilla is like a very rich, good flavor. Like it's pretty like when you taste vanilla, it's very present. It's a very strong flavor. That's what I mean.
Maybe they haven't
You
had
think
good
America
vanilla.
has bad bread, meat, and cheese options? It has great. This was like the European thing, right? Where they were like, unlike in America, we have superior homemade bread at the grocery store every day. It's like we have that too, motherfucker. We have bakeries at the grocery store where they give us fresh bread. People still just like the sliced bread sometimes. I like deli meats a little bit more than I used to also. I never really understood the point of them back in the day, but it's nice how salty they are.
They're nice. I love ham.
Yeah, ham goes really well in a lot of good stuff.
I've put you on to like the Thanksgiving ham.
Yeah, Thanksgiving ham's great. Haven't had white bread in years. Yeah, I mean, the only time I ever have white bread is like as a treat. I like it when I'm sick. And I'm like kind of I need like very basic comforting flavors. I like white bread for that because it's basically like cake.
It is like cake. I can't stand it. I love a good whole grain bread.
Healing bread, yeah.
But when it's white bread, I just don't like it when it's the sandwich kind, really. It's good in
There's
certain
some white
ones.
bread. What do we have in Vancouver? We had the.
Oh, that was the milk bread.
The milk bread.
The superior Nipponese milk bread.
The superior Nipponese milk bread. Yeah, that was fantastic. It was because the crust was nice and like it was like a solid kind of texture, but the inner layer was so
soft.
Soft. Yeah, and tore like so easy. It was great.
And when you bite into it, you go, umma! You fucking through the walls.
And bubbles, and bubbles end up behind you, and a little sound effect plays.
You go, oishi!
That's the thing I can't stand the most about isekai. It's very hard to watch any sort of thing where it's like, oh, I know you guys have your native food, but wait till you get a taste of this, and it's plain white rice, and they
taste it, and every time
they go, oh, what is this amazing, superior food that you're made here? It's so much better than our ancient, backwards sort of meals we eat.
No, it's not even like some Japanese meal. They'll fucking give them a bowl of white rice and they'll be doing this shit.
Yeah, we're not even talking about they made them curry or something that's actually a nice sort of thing to eat. We're talking about the most basic ingredients.
My friend went to Japan and she told me the truth that all their food is fucking bland.
It's a very bland because they love.
I think I understand why the autistic people love Japan.
Yes, their food tastes like basically nothing. It's very textural and it's very subtle. and not subtle as in it's so much superior. It's just that it's very light on these things because you're supposed to eat to like 80% capacity. You're supposed to eat and go, oh, that was nice, and then that's all you're supposed to feel about it. You know, oh, I feel refreshed. It's that sort of thing.
I'm gonna put it on the side.
I removed a lot of bread from my diet. Honestly, feel a lot better throughout the day. That's great. Yeah, getting especially as we get older,
bread.
we kind of need to.
Fresh bread hits
fresh
so
bread
different.
is really good. Also, there's like I don't know if this is a conspiracy sort of thing, but from what I've heard, like bread nowadays kind of sucks because it needed to be mass produced. But when people ate bread back in the day, that shit had a lot more micronutrients in it and a lot more
it did because it had the
stuff.
Well, the thing is that they got rid of like the little husk on the wheat berries.
Yes, exactly.
And that made it like better for mass production, but it also removed a lot of the nutrients.
Yeah, that's true for all vegetables. Yeah, you're right, Wobble D. It's true, but it's especially bread, because bread used to be such a staple. Like you look at a lot of old European diets, and you go, "Why are these guys? These guys were just eating bread. That couldn't have been healthy for them." But it was, you know, just fundamentally different. The bread they were eating was just fundamentally different bread.
You know what's really good? The Chinese bread I make.
Oh yeah, that's very good.
I make these hot dog buns, and they're not like American hot dog buns. These ones are good. They're Chinese. Let me get a picture.
Oh yeah, they call them kolaches here, but I just like I prefer just hot dog buns.
They're not kolaches though. They're different. These ones are Chinese.
What's the difference between?
Well, these ones are Chinese, you know.
Yeah, but it's the same idea, right? It's bread wrapped. It's the hot dog wrapped in bread.
Listen, all I'm saying is that this one is really cheap, and a Chinese person gives it to me with like barely speaking any English, and that's how I know it's good.
Yeah.
Picture.
No, these are very nice, but
and the bread is so much fluffier.
Garlic naan is good. I'm willing to forgive Canadian Indians. I wish I knew how to bake. Cooking makes sense to me, but I swear baking requires dark magic. It's just very precise.
No, you just have to follow the instructions. You have to follow the instructions and you'll get it. I know it can be a little intimidating. I would recommend just going, if you're intimidated by it, just start with a box cake mix or like a box brownie mix. Like honestly.
Yeah, that actually is like a good, because it actually still does have you like putting in like certain raw ingredients.
Just follow the little guide like on what to do, and you're pretty much set. You know, it's not that hard. It's not like that hard. They figured out how to make it easier.
Storm, I see we're getting to the food section of the stream.
I swear, there's no pre-planned things in the script.
I love to grill, but I only grill steaks. I should introduce more variety. There's a lot of things taste great grilled, man. Instead of fried chicken, eat grilled chicken. Get sausages are really great on the grill. They're really nice on that. Obviously, chicken's very good. But if you're really going, like, also people sleep on pork a lot, especially in the U.S. But pork
is so good.
Especially if you get like pork belly on the grill is amazing because the fat kind of renders out. Like you can watch it render out in real time. It's really good.
Dudes, if you have any sort of access to Chinese things around you, I really recommend learning how to make char siu.
Oh yeah, char siu's great.
It's this red glazed barbecue pork. It's so fucking good. You make it with like pork shoulder or pork belly. It's so delicious. I love cooking it until it chars on the edges. It's so fucking good. This was just rice, shredded lettuce, and some cucumber. Delicious. I don't need anything else.
Yeah, it's really good. If you have, I'm hesitant to try chicken because despite grilling, I'm not very good at it. That's understandable though, because chicken is, if you don't cook it, you need the thermometer. That's a big thing because, especially if you're starting out, because the big problem is that it's a little picky. If you don't do it just right, it's gonna end up dry.
Use boneless.
Yeah.
The bone will make it cooler and harder to cook, but if you do it without the bone, it's easier. You know, it's actually really easy to cook on the grill: wings and little legs and stuff.
My autism sadly doesn't let me enjoy any chewy meat.
Oh,
I understand that though. Yeah, the textural problem, right?
I like the bounciness of the char siu.
Do you like fried chicken and stuff like that, like breaded chicken?
Every
I imagine
office
that's
loves
different,
breaded
right? Because
chicken.
it's more like crunchy, right?
Oh, I'm just thinking of the chicken I got at Costco. That sample was good.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, Costco has like this. It's lightly breaded. It's just like a little bit breaded, and it's got a really nice little
What?
seasoning on it.
That shit was
And
juicy.
it was juicy and it tasted really nice. I'm like, shit, this thing can just go in the oven, and you can end up with you guys have really nice chicken. I gotta visit the Cajun market again, but driving to Marietta is such a pain. Yeah. I can chew meat like chicken or steak, but eating fat drives me nuts.
Just
Oh, I
remove the
see what you
fat.
mean.
Just pick it
You
out.
kind of do. And if you go to Korean restaurant, you gotta like just get the
Oh
lean
yeah.
meats because yeah, they love
They love
Korea.
fat.
They love fat so
I have
much.
a
They will give
story.
you like the
I have a
fattiest
story.
fucking
When my
thing
dad was
ever.
in
Yeah.
Korea and he was with his coworkers and stuff, they go to Korean barbecue and he's an older guy, so he has to like pick up the fat on the meat and just eat the meat part, and he would have like a little pile of fat, close to the end of the dinner. And his coworkers would be like, "Are you gonna eat that?" And he's like, "No, no, no, no." And they're all like picking all the meat and everything, all the fat and everything. And same with my parents went for Korean barbecue recently. They went and they got they ordered a cut and it was kind of fatty, so they pick off the fat, and then the waitress comes by. It's like, "Oh, you guys don't like meat?"
Yeah.
But it's just the
Oh,
fat.
you guys don't like meat, huh?
I'm really liking with how it's looking.
It's looking great. Yeah, I knew it would come together tonight. I knew it would.
I'm thinking.
Oh, you finally got it. I noticed you were finagling a lot with the highlights on Lloyd's hair, but it
Mhm.
looks great now. You got that looking really good.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, you want to make sure he was looking a little bit better because he's not in a profile exactly.
It's hard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a funky
He's
angle.
in that almost profile sort of thing. So yeah, no, you got his ear in a much better place now. I'm happy since you got the fan here, you're not really coughing as much either.
Oh yeah, I'm not as hot now.
I think all that humidity gets to you, and the heat in the
May-
house just
may-
gets to you.
Yeah, maybe we should get another fan.
We'll get a second one.
Yeah, I opened up the other window because I was like, wait, you guys should be able to see the art. It looks nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I usually get so zoomed in. It's like, oh, no, I need to make sure everyone can see this shit because it's good.
Yeah, actually see what you're doing. Because some people, yeah, you're zooming in a lot to get the details down, especially right now.
Yeah, we're in the detail and stuff. So nice big picture there. You can see the full thing.
Oh, I see. It's time for the effects.
Yeah.
Almost has a watercolor look to it.
It's
You like
the
gouache, right?
I love
Yeah,
gouache.
gouache is kind of the medium you like imitating a lot.
Let me really zoom in because I love the texture the brushes give.
Yeah, yeah. This is just the default gouache brush, right? Like the stuff that just comes with Clip Studio, but it's very nice, the texture. I'd love to play around with gouache, the gouache you have, the little sets, but I know that it's not super beginner friendly, right? Because it's very, depending on how much water you add, the opacity can change a lot, doesn't it? Like it's very, how opaque it is dependent, I think, on like the balance of water and things like that.
I don't know. No, I think that's that. That's better.
There you go. There you go. I kind of like the different shapes, but I think it's yeah, just having the stars there makes it very readable.
No, I can do this. There we go. Yeah, it's looking good. I think I'm gonna have to like look at it with fresh eyes tomorrow. I know there's like the little bottles I have to do though.
You can start with those,
Yeah,
or they
let me-
don't gotta be in the finished thing. You could just say fuck it.
I like having the whole scene of them like eating and being here though.
Yeah, true, true. The bottles do add to that. Then you can at least get like the basics of those down if you want. I've been thinking about how crows in Sweden steal cigarettes out of people's hands. People don't realize how bad Sweden is addicted to nicotine. It's one of they are fucking fiends for the nicotine.
What should they be drinking?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, good. I mean, it's America, right? Should be like some soda.
That's true. It's old
The
50s
kids-
Americana, so I guess they're having Coke.
Yeah, Coke.
I'm still thinking about that Coke we split the other day because it's just like I haven't had a Coke
Oh,
in like
yeah.
fucking
The,
forever.
the Chinese restaurant decided to give us Coca-Cola with our
They
order.
decided to bless us with Coca-Cola
Yeah,
for some
yeah, they just
reason.
gave it to us for free. I don't know why. But yeah, I hadn't had a Coke in many, many, many years. It was all right. It was not I was expecting I'd like it a lot more, but I was just okay
It's
with
like
it.
it's just Coke.
It's just Coke. They should be drinking hard liquor, smoking. I imagine after in the 50s they were like still kind of very touchy about alcohol, right? Because a lot of people still grew up during the Prohibition era, things like that. Uh, Not even just Prohibition, also just the saloons and kids drinking in the saloons. They were probably still like, oh, fuck that. Don't ever drink alcohol. I'm trying to think, was that a more sober time? I mean, a lot of people were on like prescribed pills. They didn't realize how like intense some of them could be.
That looks good.
Yeah, I like it. And then you had one next to Ninten, right? Or Doug in this case.
I don't know what the fuck his name is anymore.
Yeah. I don't know why they chose to give him a different. Yeah, yeah, you did in the initial sketch have that idea.
I want you to do something fun with it. I'm gonna have it laying on the side. Oh, whoops.
The crows specifically steal them because Sweden tries to train them to pick up cigarettes that littered the ground and put them in a machine that'll give them a little treat. They did a good job, too good. Then they realized they could just steal them. Yeah, no, birds are really fucking smart animals. People don't realize you can get them to do things like that.
There we go. How's this looking?
That's looking really good. Yeah, I'm squinting my eyes, seeing if anything blends in a little bit. I guess the red from the Coca-Cola maybe logo or
it's fine.
tape around it.
It's a background detail. It's not really
Yeah. It's not really a problem. The one next to Doug is great because it's intersecting with the white area, so it ends up not it doesn't blend in.
Yeah, I think aside from like some little touches here and there, I think it's pretty much good to go.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, you'll probably also show it to Monkey Nest, see what he says. Although he tends to just be like, looks good.
Yeah, he trusts me. Oh, I want to add a little seam here just for... Adding a little seam just makes it feel a little more... how could I say? I guess just kind of like, three-dimensional.
Yes, yes.
See? You see how that seam just makes it look a little bit more, like, finished?
Yeah, it does. It does.
This is lovely.
Gotta go, great art. Thank you, Joe.
I think we're gonna... How long have we been going?
In the
2
stream?
hours, so I think we're good.
2 hours. Yeah, you're good.
Let me make this the main one. Oh my god, there's so many things. Whoop. Whoa. I'll move it to the side so it doesn't get blocked by Woody. Yeah, it's looking really nice. I'm gonna slap my big old signature there.
Clap. Thank you, Barney.
Thank you everyone for tonight. It's been lovely. I'm so
Yeah.
happy I finished it. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. I knew you'd do good tonight. I knew it would all work out.
I was stressing a bit. But it looks like we might have Deltarune on Thursday then.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And if not this Thursday, next Thursday. But we're having Delta Thursdays! What? We're finally at Deltarune Thursdays! At Autism Thursdays!
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Okay, everyone, it's been awesome to be here. And yeah, we'll see. I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. See you Thursday.
See ya.
Okay, see you
Have a good one.
guys. Bye.